We are here with Premier 805, and I'm your host, Valita Stoke. We have the wonderful guest here, Mr. Jose De Haro.
Hello.
Round of applause. Our very first guest. We are so excited to be starting this off at Oxnard College, and this guest is so exciting because he was our 2012-2013, correct?
Yes.
Club manager of the Chicano club. So I wanted to bring a little notice of what he'd like to say about the community.
Well, I'd just like to say that, Oxnard is a great place to be at, here in Oxnard College as well, and community with the students and just living life,
Yeah, this first week of school has been, I believe, insane for everybody. What are the few struggles that you've been going through this week?
Well, it was just more just preparation. It's not much of a struggle, just preparation, getting ready to just come back and get into the things of just the schoolwork, homework, and just, how they say, getting down and dirty, and just
Or do I know it?
diving right into it,
Uh-huh. Not to be frank, but you are an older student, as I
Yes.
am. So I just wanted to kind of pick your brain of the struggles of being an older student and kind of, being a little behind with the times. Let's be real.
And yes, no, but young at heart. I say I'm 11 at heart.
Oh, there you go. There it is.
I graduated Channel Islands High School in 1994. I took a sociology 101 and arts history 101. Took a break, got married, came to school 2012-13 to 2015, I want to say 14, and majoring in sociology, minoring in Chicano studies. I was Mecha president, which is Movimiento Estudiantil Chicano Chicana de Aslan, which is the acronym Mecha. And now, fast forwarding to now, returning student, ADS certificate,
Nice.
and here we are.
That is so wonderful. That is a big reason why I wanted to bring you here. We talked about briefly in our interviews about what you want to bring for students who are unfortunately homeless at the moment. And I would love to hear your ideas for that, and the school should know as well.
Just recollecting, I was at, like I shared with you, Ventura College, and I seen just in my observation, there was homeless, whatnot,
course.
students, and
Yeah.
but they were there in school, whatnot.
Working hard,
Yes.
still getting their education.
Yes. As we were speaking that day, that came to mind, and I was thinking one thing that can be of use that I have not seen would be like them portable moving showers, because we have students,
Yeah.
some students, they either living out of the car or sleep in their car, stay in a
course.
hotel.
Mhm.
Of course, we have the shower here in
Yeah.
Oxford College, in the areas where they have the weight room and whatnot. But I have not seen it, which wouldn't just cross my mind. Some portable showers
course.
that you move around.
People don't realize, unfortunately, not everyone grows up the same. Not
Yes.
everyone has resources. And as much as we'd like to judge or we'd like to say, hey, you should know how to do this, when it comes to cleaning, I've noticed that some kids quite literally do not know how to properly cleanse themselves because they grew up in unfortunate, abusive households. So the fact that also homeless, but some children quite literally have not known how to wash themselves, and that would be a great opportunity to just, discreetly teach them, discreetly give them resources, because it's embarrassing.
Well,
It's embarrassing.
It all starts in the home. I mean, you figure our first teachers are our parents. Some households, depending on ethnicity or depending on the lower class poverty level,
Yes.
don't have a father or a mother. It could be addiction to drugs. It could be
Yes.
alcoholism. It could be a dysfunction in the family and
Yes.
whatnot. It's in a dysfunctional environment where it's going to lead them, or they don't
To
know any
repeat
better,
those bad
right? Yeah,
habits, bad patterns.
and they don't
it's
know
not their
any better.
fault. Exactly. It is not their fault. And it is such a horrible cycle to continue because, yes, they might have grown up, but now they don't have the resources to change that behavior, to rewrite. And that's what I want to do here with this podcast, is to give them the resources and help them make those changes that they
Yes.
need, because not everyone has the opportunity and the privilege of having that information just in front of them.
Yes.
And that's the point of Oxnard College. And I've gone to other community colleges. Oxnard College is by far the best one I have gone to. They refill your resources. It's not
Yes.
that just give it to you. It's right on top of the next semester.
Yes.
And they make sure we have an abundance of centers who will help you and sit down and crunch the numbers, crunch the words, anything you need.
Yes. I'm part of the EAC and Rising
wonderful.
Scholars with
Yeah.
Linda Webb. So that helps individuals like myself that come from the environment or whatnot, the past that we come with to further our education.
Yes.
And being that I'm a lot older, we have those resources, as you mentioned, right? Whether it's the EAC, whether it's the Rising Scholars, whether it's the Omega,
Yes.
led an EOPS office by Everardo Rivera,
Mm-hmm.
which he was my advisor for MECHA
Yeah.
when previously when I was attending here at Oxnard College. And this is a great college to attend. It's
It
growing
is.
from 1995 when I first came to Oxnard College. It was very smaller.
Yes.
Now, fast forward to
remember.
2025, it's bigger.
Amazing,
And
right?
technology and
Yes.
whatnot, and the buildings, the studies, the careers they're offering, or the classes
Mhm.
and parking lot. It's
It's
bigger and better.
phenomenal. It's
Yes.
phenomenal. People don't really realize it either because, we're just trying to go to class. We're just trying to get it done. But with all these resources, like, I had no idea about this, but a big thing that I went through, I'm a full-time student. I took over
Yes.
12 units. I got an extra scholarship for keeping my grades up. And I had no idea. That money
Yes,
comes
yes.
in clutch when
Yeah,
you're
no,
going
yes,
through the
yes.
trenches.
Oh, yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
And as an older student, you kind of think that you don't have these resources because, that's that stigma of being like, well, you're older, you have all these things already,
Yes.
you're not going to get it. No, they are so abundant for us as well.
Yes. Well, they're for everybody. I mean, education does not have an age.
No, it doesn't.
Just because I'm older, yes, I have more experience.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Just putting it to use now, and whatever I can do,
Yes.
and still, like we're saying, the resources, still take hold of those resources and continue forward, and towards my goals in life and my education,
Yeah.
So, yes.
And this is the foundation of your network when it comes to your career path. And I really want the next generation of students to know that, because make friends, get to know everyone on campus, because they might be your future employers. Maybe they're your
Exactly.
future coworkers. And it's great because now you already know them. You like them, thank goodness, because you're not always going to
Yes,
like
yeah.
everyone you work with. But
Yes.
now you have that network for your future self. And it's just so much more connected.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, I feel like with social media, I love it, don't get me wrong. I mean, this is the reason why we have
Yes.
this. But the younger generation is because of COVID, is so used to being separated and isolated. So we really got to bring back that sense of community, especially at such a great college here.
Yes.
And what would you recommend for the young generation of like building their community and just building that network for just living their life in the actual outside world?
What I tend to say is we don't have to you don't have to like, but yet we have to learn how to coexist
Yes.
with one another.
Yes.
Eventually, that's just the way it is. We have to learn how to coexist.
What is something that you went through your first time in college that you hope that these kids
Well,
will hopefully take by?
I'm natural hyperactive. Right?
Okay.
I was diagnosed with ADHD
Yeah.
when I was first, second grade. So
Okay.
I have that natural.
Yeah,
Let's do this.
drive.
I don't hold back, or
Yeah.
I mean, yes, I'm apprehensive at times. You go with the energy or whatnot.
Yeah.
Right. And but what I could say as being older to the younger student, just
Great
be
advice.
open-minded, enjoy the environment. I say this is also my sanctuary, taking advantage of the weight room, shower, have my locker, my clothes. So I tell you, a student is just don't be too closed. What I do, like what I usually do, is I come meet the faculty members,
Yeah.
professors,
Great,
the
yeah.
clubs. Just dive right into it and just don't be too apprehensive. I say don't be shy,
Yeah.
butterfly. They'll speak back. We speak back.
I have that emotion of uptightedness, and like I set all my pens and all these things, and my teacher sits and they're like, breathe. And like you said, stay after class, talk to your teacher, get to know them. They know who you are. And it always become so much easier for me.
Yes.
So that's great advice. I need to take it because I
Yes.
come in feeling
Yes,
like
yes.
a clamshell
Yes.
in every class. And I force myself to get out of it because I know, I met you. Hello.
Yes.
Great connection right there.
Yes.
And I also was able to interview a teacher as well when we did them on Tuesday. So she's a great resource just as much. I want to refocus back on the Chicano community that you brought up. What is a stigma that people need to get rid of their minds and not think of anymore because it's just simply not true?
I grew up in the Colonia neighborhood, right?
Yeah.
There was an injunction,
Yeah.
right? A gang injunction in 2005 that began, right? If you somebody when you say Colonia, then there's a stigma of gangs,
Yeah.
right? Time we've evolved, and I don't see no gang epidemic.
People don't know this, but historically, that area was sectioned off as a lower income. It's historically written into our society,
Yes.
and people made biases off that sectioning that the government made. And that was the point, to single them out and make them different. And in reality, it wasn't. So I just need to wrap things up quickly because we're coming to an end here.
Yes.
But it was so wonderful to have you. And I agree. These biases need to stop. And I like to shine a light on those kinds of things because it just does need to end. Just like this podcast needs to go.
Hey, all things come to an end sometimes, right? But
yeah, but it was so lovely having you.
Yes.
You were so insightful. I loved it. Please, we'll spread the community, we'll spread the love.
Yes.
And that is it with Premiere 805. I was here with Jose De Haro. This is Lita Stoke. And I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. I can talk.